Hey guys, Spartan here, welcome to a new series I'm doing. I really don't know why I'm playing this game. Well, actually I do know, and I'll get into that a bit later. But for now, welcome to my new series. Probably not going to be too long, I don't think. It is... Skip intro cutscene because no one cares. Yes, I'm going to play the Hobbit game for the PlayStation 2. Now I know what you're thinking. Spartan, you're playing a fucking Lord of the Rings game already on your channel. And it's kind of a fucking, like, what's the word? Kind of a tradition. That's kind of what happened first time. I'm gonna start new game. I won't be able to actually hear the cutscene or the voices because of the way I'm recording this. So I'll just put in some choice parts, I guess.
At dawn, we begin the quest of Lonely Mountain. We will win back our ancient kingdom under the mountain, reclaim our treasure, and have revenge on the cursed dragon Smaug.
King Thorin, you need a burglar to steal into Lonely Mountain. Here he is, Bilbo Baggins.
Huh? Oh.
Excitable little fellow, but fierce as a dragon in a pinch.
Yes, this is totally what happened in the movies, by the way. And the books, possibly. Now, it's kind of... You know, why would they put Dream World? It's like, obviously this is a dream. Which, means that this is completely new content to the, like, the game over the story. So the reason I'm actually doing this is because I saw a run of this at GDQ and I remembered how much fun this game was, so I decided to do it. You know, even though I hate GDQ because of its practices. I do not hate the runners or the games they play, specifically. I'd rather watch ESA. Look at these PS2 graphics.
Goblins attacking men and elves.
They're not gnoblins. Also, nice hand clipping into the fucking sword.
You will have to dream your way out.
Right, so you are actually invincible here. I'm pretty sure that you are literally given every skill you can possibly get in the game. What do I have? I've got rocks, stick, and sword. So basically this is kind of a trudge around where you can... Oh my god, I need to turn vibrations off. Who the fuck decided vibration should be on from the start? It adds nothing to the game. So, we don't actually have to do anything here, we can just sort of ignore everything, so yes, let's do that. It's basically supposed to teach you the basics of combat, but we'll get over that. I mean, I don't need a tutorial, and this doesn't really add much. This is kind of a fun thing to go through your first time, though. Fight, fight, fight! I will, however, show you one of the most broken moves in the game, in terms of combat, and it is this attack. Notice how much range that attack had. Oh wait, yes, you actually have to fight these bitches. So there's a little bar at the bottom left there that determines when you can use that jump attack, and it recharges when you hit enemies or just over time. But since it has so much range, you can hit pretty much everything, and the camera is inverted. I need to fix that eventually. Also, obviously the sword does more damage than the stick, but, well, the stick has more range and it has that overpowered jump attack. The sword has a jump attack too, but it has nowhere near enough range for it to be super viable. Also, attacking men and elves, but this is obviously a dwarf. Congratulations, you win. By the way, if you hear a buzzing in the background, it could be one of two things. One being my computer throwing a fucking fit, and the other could be the PS2 itself. Also, that's the final boss. Don't mean to spoil it, but yeah, ignore that part if you don't want spoilers.
It was just a dream. Just a dream.
Totally wasn't foreshadowing.
What an adventure.
This is totally how The Hobbit starts. By the way, the loading screens in this game are really long, so I'm going to be cutting like all of them out. I may let you sit through one of them at the end of the game, just to show you what I've been cutting out.
You've slept half the morning, Mr. Baggins. That won't convince Thorin that you're a fierce burglar.
I'll show him. if I have to
I'll
walk
show him
east
right
to
after I
east
have
and
breakfast.
fight the wild
And second
werewolves
breakfast.
in the last desert.
For now, you'll just have to walk
Yeah,
to the
werewolves.
green
We'll be getting to them
dragon
later.
Keep. The dwarves are waiting.
But can
No time for it, and no time to pack. Just fetch your walking stick. Who knows where you will end up today?
We actually have plenty of time to pack. Press the start button to check the quest log. Okay, we'll do that, but just for me to invert the controls. You see, this is how you're supposed to do it. You have an option for inverting vertical for third person and first person individually. When did this game come out? I have no idea. By the way, this is experience, so now I can actually change the camera when I fucking want it to. I think I'm just not knowing what I actually want here. So, here we get our first item, the stick. It is, quite possibly the most broken item in the game. And we've already got it. Congratulations. Also, loading screen.
What's this? My pocket has sprouted a hole. Oh, my silver pennies must be scattered all over Hobbiton.
Very, manly name for your currency in the game, but yes, silver pennies. There are, many, many, many of them. And you use them to buy stuff. Usually late game, you have absolutely no need for them, and wow, the frame rate is just dying. I swear the frame rate is supposed to be better. Maybe it's the fact that my computer is throwing a fit for some reason. I have no idea why it's happening. Or maybe it's the disc is ages, like, past its prime. So there is a finite amount of experience in every level except for the last one, but getting experience is good because it gives you more health. So there are two ways to gain experience. You can actually, it all revolves around getting these stupid gems, but you can get them from either killing enemies or doing missions, or just like walking around and picking them up in certain places. I will not collect every single one of them, and my god, the frame rate. What the hell is happening? So yes, the reason... These fucking tutorials. I already picked up 10 in a pack, like right outside Bilbo's house. So the reason that this game may run terribly, and also need to talk to random NPCs to get quests, the reason why the game would either be lagging is because my PC is throwing a fit, yes, but the disc that I have is very old, very dated, and generally was not even in good condition when I got it, because it was on sale, the disc itself, from a Video 2000, which is pretty much a Blockbuster type company. So, yes, Blockbuster for games. I'm pretty sure Blockbuster did games, but this is like an Australian version, so... yes. So I got it from there, and it's never been in good condition, but it still runs, even though it looks absolutely terrible. So what we got there was food, because we need it for our journey, yes, as Bilbo said. And you get a bunch of extra experience if you can collect food. It's generally worth your time. But I guess this is a good time for me to chat about this game. This game is... I'm pretty sure that there are people who think that this game did not exist, because... Has anyone ever heard about this game? Probably a few people, but then again, like, it was never really given critical acclaim, but yeah, whatever. I'll be attempting to collect everything in the first level, because I know there's like 1,400 courage points, which is like experience. There's 100 pennies, and I'm pretty sure that's like all the collectibles, because the quests will just give you points. Where nice magnetism range on that. Some of these have good magnetism range, some of them don't. Also, rope climbing. It's annoying. I mean, this actually does serve for a pretty good, like, tutorial place. I believe wasn't there a hotkey for using potions in this game? I'm not sure, but I remember having to do it manually, which is tedious. And this is tutorial for using rocks, even though you don't actually need to use the rocks if you are precise with your jump attacks. Actually, I'm pretty sure you don't even need to use the jump attacks, you can just jump and attack certain ones of these apples to get them. Because we need them, because they are food for our journey. Or whatever, I'll use the rocks anyway. What was first person anyway? It was L1, okay, it was R1. Tap R1 specifically, not hold. Which is good, because holding down an aim button is really annoying. And often when you collect the last thing of a collectathon, you get a bunch of experience. I'm not sure exactly how much is worth whatever. Oh, also, this old man is very relevant somehow.
Hey, what are you doing?
Yes, I hate this man, and for reasons I will reveal later. Don't need to talk to them because they just say stuff about apples that we've already collected, so we don't need. Also, Bilbo cannot swim, so if you go in too deep of water, you die instantly, and this game is very unforgiving with checkpoints. Actually, no, it's not unforgiving with checkpoints, it's unforgiving with deaths. Because if you die, you are sent back to the most recent save you had. There are no checkpoints in this game. There are save points, no checkpoints. So say if you were to go through the entire level and you died somehow, you did pretty much everything, you go back to your last save. You get an option to save at the end of every level and at save points, but that's it.
Bilbo, wanna play some hide and seek?
Nice PS2 graphics. Daily reminder that this came out on the same console as Odin Sphere, so compare those two games. Actually, you know what? I think it's kind of cheating to compare games to Odin Sphere because that game just looks fantastic. So we just got a side quest to collect children. That is totally word for word what it is. And we need to fix the bridge. I don't know how the others got through.
I need to get to the other side.
I could fix it, but I'll need my hammer and nails.
Also, this guy's name is Sandy Man.
I saw Carl playing with it up by the waterfall.
Because children are known for playing with hammers on top of waterfalls. Don't wave your fucking sword at me, you dropkick. Shut up, PS2. Jesus. I wonder if you can actually hear that. So, as you saw there, that was the tip for saving your progress, and I purposely wiped my memory card of Hobbit save files just so I could avoid certain spoilers. Because I'm considerate like that. Something I probably should have done with Odin Sphere, but I really didn't want to get rid of my good save files. Wow. You know, I'd say I need a new PS2, but honestly, this one still works. And the problem is with the disc itself. I could play on emulator, but I really don't like using emulators, just a personal thing. This is a pink gem, it's worth 25, it is the second biggest courage gem in the game, as opposed to the giant white diamonds, which are worth 50. You should try and collect them, because they are experience. Still only gives you like 1/20th of a level up for each diamond, but yeah. Alright, we have nails. I believe you can jump onto this rafter from here, but there's an easier way to get to it. And that was a failure of a jump. Thankfully, this game is kind of forgiving with the distance of fall damage, but it is absolutely not forgiving with the damage itself. Also, if you jump and move, it doesn't actually turn you around, so you can, like, strafe jump. It is not helpful because it means you'll sometimes miss jumps. I want to try this trick once more. There we go. It's easier than going up the water wheel.
You got me! That was fun!
This just gives you courage points. How finding children gives you courage, I will never know. God fucking damn it. You know what? Hang on, let me grab my microphone, move it down to the PS2 so you can hear this more clearly. So I'm going to be hearing that sound constantly, and hopefully you don't, but I am not sure. Maybe with how loud I am you won't be able to, because I am recording this in a specific way that lets me alter my own audio, and not, like, the game itself. There wasn't anything on top of the waterfall, was there? Not the waterfall, the water wheel. Also, these lotuses bloom when you jump on them. The game absolutely does not tell you this, but you know what, let me show a point. So, you go across those lily pads and get to this, and yeah. You can use them as platforms. Something the game doesn't tell you, however, because fuck if you should know about this, is that if you go through and you just don't fall in the water, then you get a bunch of experience for some bizarre reason. So yeah, if you're ever trying to collect all the experience and you didn't know about that, that's how you get it. The final level has infinite experience in a certain zone, but by then it really doesn't matter. Like, oh hey, you can get max, like, health at the end level. I mean, I guess it helps in some certain situations, but what's the point of combat if you are not gaining experience to get more health? You can pretty much ignore combat at that stage of the game, so there's literally no reason to. Also, this game has a long jump. I forgot to mention that. You use L1 and X, and you go a fair distance. Cutting out every save time I do, because you don't want to see me just going into the place for so long. I don't know why, whenever I drink Coke, immediately after I speak, like, and start talking again, I get a voice crack. So, those mushrooms are health, they each restore 1 red bubble. That is not 3 hits, that is, like, 6 hits of minimum damage, which is, because it's like half per thing. Talk to Carl, get his
Do you have
hammer.
your father's hammer? He needs it to fix the bridge.
Here it is, Mr. Baggins. I'll have to find something else to play with.
God, they look ugly. And this is a healing potion that restores 6 heal globs. It is fairly useful, at least because free healing potions at the start of the game is very useful, despite the fact that there are much better healing potions. Actually, there's only 2 types of... Oh, nice. There are actually only 2 types of healing potions in this game, one of them being that one, which restores 6. The other one restores like 15 or something, some ridiculous number. And it's really good, but they are expensive. They cost like, how much was it? 1,000 silver pennies? So if I collected everything in this level, I still wouldn't have it. Maybe it was just 100.
Lad, this shouldn't take long.
This shouldn't take long. It takes about 4 seconds due to the black screen.
Good, isn't he?
Don't shove your fucking saw in my face. So the reason I didn't go back to grab some children...
Hello, Bilbo. We still
Shut
need more
up.
supplies for our journey. If you happen to find any provisions, bring them back to me.
Yeah, I'll return all the food at once. This fucking absolute unit of a horse. I guess it has to be to carry all that shit. You have a quest, don't you?
I do.
No, you don't. Okay. Just some random NPC. Nice collisions. I just got stuck on there. So yeah, the quests here are pretty boring and tedious. One quest is literally just get rid of the fucking crows. And you just have to swap the scarecrows. And no, it does not move faster. So, one thing with the jump attack is that you can actually attack faster if you do not use the jump attack, because, I mean, I have level 1 fighting, which means I really can't do shit. What if I do a jump attack and then jump and mash attack? I can hit, like, plenty. Also, this is a needle next to a haystack. It's a joke. Do you have anything to give me, or was that just it? Yeah, you give me your sack. Which is good. It's always good to get a sack. So, save progress. It puts 2 save points right next to each other. One there, and one right over there. And there's a reason for that. It's to tell you, you need to fucking save your game before here. Otherwise, you're gonna have a bad time. Insert Sans theme here. Also, I can't jump for some reason while on this slope. I'm just trying to get that point. I could, like, value each of them. You know what? How much are they worth? I've got 818, and that's 823, so those are worth 5. Also, there's a child here.
You're too good at this game.
You're playing with a fucking adult. It's like his 11th birthday or something like that. So yeah, I'll be collecting all 100 pennies in this level, and then I'm going to pretty much not grab everything in every level because it's just a pain. It is a royal pain. After level 2... Actually, no, I can potentially get everything in level 3, but I usually miss like 10 pennies there. But yes, after level 3, do not expect me to get everything in any level ever. Because there's just stuff that is far, far too out of your way, or cryptic. Did I grab everything up to now? I know I have to return the needle, and after you do all the quests, something happens. Also, there's... You know what, let me do the trick I learned in the speedrun where you can attack and jump to go pretty quickly. I did not know about this until, like, 3 days ago when I saw the speedrun on GDQ. Thank God for speedruns, though. Makes my job a whole lot better.
How did you find me?
I cheated. That's how. No pennies around here. You can talk to the children again. They don't actually say anything of worth, though. They're children. What do you expect? Now I need to talk to Grandma to give her back the needle she lost. Because somehow she's just stupid to lose it over there, across the bridge, in a haystack. Whose grandma goes that far? How the hell did these people even get up on this cliff? It makes no sense. Also, last child, I'm pretty sure.
Found me! Next time, I'll find a better hiding place.
You suck at hide and seek. Jesus. Was that all of them? Retrieve provisions. Bring sugar, bring spice, bring wheat. Yeah. So yeah, there's a bunch of side quests in this area. I'm pretty sure it's the most side quests of any zone. The second of which being like the third last level. Because I'm saying they're side quests because they are optional. There's a zone that has way more quests, but I mean, yeah. So there's a mechanic in this game of lockpicking. You press, I'm pretty sure just X, when it hovers over green on any of these mini games, and you win. If it hovers over whatchamacallit, grey, it just advances the top timer. And if it hovers over red, you lose, you get kicked out. You may take some damage with certain chests as well. So yes, we're going to save, and we're going to do this side quest. We need to collect the berries. Now, you can hold L1 to sneak, but it is completely unnecessary if you have a proper camera control and you know where this bastard is. I mean, we're stealing his berries, but, I mean, it's really not necessary. As long as you stay out of his line of sight, nothing bad happens. And if he catches you, it's a game over. As in, it's a death, so you get kicked back to your last save point. Also, level up. I'm surprised that he did not hear that. Even though, logically, it doesn't actually make sense. And now for a much more annoying quest. Hang on, where are the last pennies? I'm missing 11. Is one behind this tree? Probably not. Okay. I'll check out those later. Stay off the creaky boards. This is a mechanic that's only used pretty much thrice in the game. It's the only time you really need to sneak. If these chickens catch you, then it's a death. So, back to the last save point. Also, Bilbo can fucking swoosh right in. Jeez. I forgot he could do that. Yes, you can easily see the creaky boards at least. So, the second time this mechanic is used is in level 2. I do not count the tutorial as a level, because you cannot actually die. Also, snarky remark there. And the third time it's used is in the third last level. So, that third last level, it really does something. Also, if you walk they pretty much instantly wake up, I'm pretty sure. Well, I'm not that sure, really, but I have to make a point. I have to make a statement. You gotta look inside yourself and think, geez, Spartan really isn't that smart. If he doesn't know facts of a game he's played several thousand times before. Okay, have your food and give me a bunch of experience.
Perhaps you'll be some use to us after all. Now get into the Green Dragon Inn. The others are waiting.
He's already supplied plenty of food in his house. How many courage points is that? I am 4 off. So there's these 3 little dick peas of experience over here, which equals 3, which means I'm missing 10 pennies and 1 courage point. Well, let me just go back and find them. Also, nice collision detection there. More importantly, after we finished all of these side quests, this old bastard leaves, so we can use the well. And what does the well give us? It gives us a, what is a vigor potion, which is that overpowered potion I talked about before, which gives you like 15 health. Now you may think you don't even have 15 health to use it, but the way it works is that if it cannot heal you fully, I mean, if it overheals you, any overhealing is converted to shields. Which, yes, shields are a mechanic. It's only used by that potion. So it's very, what's the word? Not sure, but it's not like it even matters. The benefit of shielding is, I mean, there's literally only one benefit of shielding, and it is the fact that you cannot be poisoned while you have shielding up. And yes, poison is a colossal pain in this game. In fact, of the 3 potions you can actually buy, antidote is one of them. It's that bad. Because poison does a whole bunch of damage. Oh, there's the last experience point. It was just in a random bush. A bush that I somehow managed to miss at the start of the game. Well, now I just need those pennies. But yes, we will cross that poisonous bridge once we get there. If it was at the top of this water wheel, I'm going to choke a bitch. Oh, it's right there. Okay. There we go. That's 100% of level 1 done. Do I feel accomplished? No, not really, because that's generally an easy thing to do. And level 1 completed.
Time you arrived, Mr. Baggins. Let the journey begin.
Nice door closing animation there. I say animation with a million quotation marks. And yes, you get to see the game slowly count everything, or you could just not do that because it takes way too long. And you can buy shit. Oh yeah, it did cost 1,000. We have 1 of these, and you can only hold 1. In order to hold more of this junk, you have to increase your medicine chest or your rock bag to carry more rocks. I'm not going to be using rocks for pretty much anything, so there's no reason for that. Medicine chest is better. It increases both of these by 5 and this by 1. It's pretty good. Also, you can buy skeleton keys, which you can use to bypass the lockpicking minigame, which, granted, early on doesn't really matter, but late game, honestly, these things are godsends. You might as well start carrying 9 at late game. And this gives you a permanent level up. It's pretty good if you don't want to buy anything else. But yes, I don't need anything, so we're going to leave this vendor.
He regretted leaving home almost immediately. In the
So do
dangerous
I.
lonelands, they found themselves cold, wet, and low on food. Suddenly, Barleen noticed the light of a fire. Thorin sent their new burglar, Bilbo, to investigate.
Hey, look, it's a troll. It is, therefore not an Uruk. There are no Uruks in this game. There are goblins and trolls. It's just like goblins and gnomes, except there's no people saying, "Hello, me old chum." Maybe I should have played this on the Xbox. It would have gone faster. Except I'd need to buy an Xbox and an Xbox copy of this game. Oh wait, the game doesn't let you save at the they always place a save point at the start of the level anyway, so you might as well. At any rate, I think this is the time to cut off the video. I'll see you guys in the next video, which may be more of this. Possibly. Probably. I'm actually going to record another video immediately after this one, so still only upload 1 video a day at maximum. This isn't those old days. So yep, I'll see you later. Goodbye. Swoosh right in.